Welcome back, my beautiful friends. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Coming up in my Healthy Minutes segment brought to you by OGPay.com, we have our influencer, cancer survivor, and motivational speaker, the beautiful Jessica Beniquez, joining us. Jessica started her weight loss journey at 20 years old back in 2016 at over 350 pounds. She was able to lose 170 pounds rather quickly after routinely going to the gym and changing up her nutritional habits. While maintaining her new weight, she was unexpectedly diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, Hodgkin's is a type of cancer that affects the lymphatic system, which is part of the body's germ fighting immune system. In Hodgkin's lymphoma, white blood cells called lymphocytes grow out of control, causing swollen lymph nodes and growths throughout the entire body. It is a relatively aggressive cancer and can spread rather quickly. Now, despite this, Jessica managed to stay motivated and kicked cancer in the butt. Today, she's down another 160 pounds and 3 years cancer free. From losing her dad at 8 years old to losing her stepdad at age 16, getting her cancer diagnosis at 22, and losing her mom only a year ago from COVID 19, Jessica is here today to chat health, love, loss, and how she overcame it all. She's here to inspire, motivate, and remind us that difficult roads can lead to beautiful destinations. There's always hope beyond what you see. It's possible not just to survive, but to thrive and to live a healthy, wonderful life again. And that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Welcoming now to the show is the amazing Jessica. So nice to have you on, beautiful.
Hi.
Talk to me here. You were overweight your whole life. At 20, you weighed 320 pounds. What prompted you to turn it all around, Jessica?
I eventually just got sick of it. I would just sit in my bed. I would go to work, sit in my bed, and watch TV, and then I wouldn't eat a lot, but I would eat the most unhealthiest things. So I'd have a box of cracker and cream cheese just sitting in my bed eating. And then at a point I'm just like, what am I doing? I had just graduated and I was 20 years old. I never wanted to go out anywhere with my friends. I never I felt so lazy and so sick of it. And at that point, and I also just wanted to fit in the cute clothes, and I really didn't have boy attention. So I wanted a boyfriend, and it's just all those little things have motivated me to get up and start doing something. I just was sick of feeling the way I felt.
Beautiful. And so now you decided to make a change at that point, and you said portion control worked wonders for you. Really, basically, being able to have anything in moderation was the mentality you took on. Walk me through your weight loss journey.
So, in the very beginning, I was an extremely picky eater, so I didn't know how to even start. So I did order the Herbalife shakes. Wasn't really I didn't know what I was getting into, but I ordered them. I started with those, and then I started implementing walking every day, at least a mile a day, 2 miles, just to get moving. And I would do the 2 shakes a day, and then I would make my own meal, and I would pretty much stick to boiled chicken or lunch meat, and just those small things that I still liked, but I would try to spice it up a little bit. Around 3 months of doing that, I finally decided to get a gym membership, and then I started to go to the gym and learn how to work out in the gym pretty much.
And so the gym really kind of helped shape your journey. And then talk to me. Just 17 months later, in September of 2018, you had lost 170 pounds. And during recovery from your first skin removal surgery, you were diagnosed with cancer. After all of that, walk me through the diagnosis and what it entailed.
Yes. So I was a year and a half maintained. I want to say a year and some months maintained at my lowest weight, 140, living the best life, feeling so proud of myself. And then one day I was shaving my armpits, and I found a lump in my armpit, and I was really confused, and I was like, maybe it's just a strain or something, because it was painful. And you get all freaked out, you go to Google, look it up, and it says cancer. I'm like, no way, there's no possible way. Plus cancer's technically not supposed to hurt, as I've heard. But I waited like a week. I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, go to the doctor now, like make an appointment ASAP, because my dad, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back whenever I was baby, like 3 years old. And then I went to the doctor. I had first gotten misdiagnosed. So I had like the needle biopsy, and the results came as just a swollen lymph node. About 2 weeks later, I had already had my skin removal surgery planned. So I asked my doctor, and she's like, that's okay. Just like, let's keep an eye on it. And then she ended up sending me to a surgeon because the lymph node was still there, and it was really painful. And it was we in the misdiagnosis ended up becoming Hodgkin's lymphoma, which before I had the needle biopsy, I had gotten even more swollen. So the surgeon had said, hey, let's, hold off. Maybe the needle kind of made it even more inflamed. So let's hold off. I asked him about the surgery. He said, that's fine. Go ahead and get it. About 2 weeks after the surgery is like, literally went back to another bed and had a whole full-on biopsy, which is when it came back as stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And
So
yeah,
talk to me. So okay, so let's pause there because we have about 5 minutes left, and I want to get your whole story in here because it's extremely. I know it's hard to relive it, but I know it's also impacting a lot of people right now and motivating a lot of people. So you lost your dad at 8 years old, and then your stepdad again at 16, and your mom just recently at 25. That is a ton of loss to deal with on top of fighting cancer. How did you stay motivated, and who was your support system through all of this?
So when I started losing weight, I had documented the journey on Instagram, which is crazy to me that I had all the support from that led into the support to the cancer journey, because I spoke about it, I shared my story. They were with me through the whole misdiagnosis to the diagnosis, all of that. So I had them, I had my sister, I had my mom. Thank God I had my mom at that time. Like, it is crazy though, but I would say, like, friends, family, social media, all of that just like came together and
So
like
for you,
support.
social media was a very positive experience. Your
Extremely.
followers and your family, and then your mom helped you get through it all. And then, God bless her soul, she passes away from COVID-19 about a year ago. So, on average, one out of every three adults, we're going to go back and teeter totter between this obesity that you combated and as well as now you being cancer free. But on average, Jessica, one out of every three adults is obese, which is about 36% of the population. So by the year 2030, an estimated 20% of the world's population is going to be obese. That's about 18.5% of children ages 2 to 9 currently right now that are considered obese in the United States. What is your advice to those overweight, unhealthy people who are currently not feeling motivated to make a life change, or to parents who believe that their children are going to grow out and slim out of this?
I would say just think about how much better you would feel if you were to like start where you are now. Even if you are clueless, just there's so many there's so many what's the word? Streams of like ways to find out how to work out, how to eat healthy. I'm not saying go and order the shakes, 'cause I don't like I recommend filling your body with whole foods and everything. But that was just easy way for me to start because I didn't know how to start. And for parents that are kind of like maybe their child will slim out in the future, it's habit. I mean, unless it's your genes and it's easy, like maybe um their genes are like yours and they will slim out. But some, like for me, I didn't. I was heavy my whole life. My mom, she was overweight herself, and she also was just like, you're getting bigger and bigger, and you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that, especially from somebody that you love. But she said it in the nicest way.
Well, I'm
But
sure she's looking down on you, very proud of
yeah, of
everything you've
course.
done.
She was there for me through the weight loss. She was there for me through the whole cancer journey. It was just up until last year is like when we lost her, and it was like very like dramatic. Like it was like out of the blue, crazy. But she
COVID.
even like after I had lost my weight, she's like, I can't believe it. Like you were like somebody who would cram your mouth shut whenever I try to feed you as a child and wouldn't even eat like a piece of broccoli. And here you are eating raw sushi. Like that was just like always what she said, because she's just like, wow. But I would say just, if you're a parent and you see your child being like heavy, say it in a nice way, just because that's going to discourage them if they do feel
Words
like
matter.
that.
Words matter is what you're saying. Now we have about a minute left. Really quickly, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Um, you're strong, and don't let anybody else's words like affect you. Like, cause you'll do what you want to do if you put your mind to it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. You are an inspiration. I know your mom and your dad are looking down on you right now and they are extremely proud. I know I am. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.
In 2022, this year alone, it's estimated that about 8,500 people in the US alone are going to be diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and more than 900 are going to die of the disease. Now, the survival rate has, of course, increased consistently since 1975. There have been many improvements in treatment in the last few decades, which has resulted in improved overall survival rates. There are no screening tools for this cancer, and many times a person won't be diagnosed until they start having persistent symptoms and see a healthcare provider. So you definitely have to do your due diligence, especially if it runs in the family. That was My Healthy Minutes, brought to you by ogpay.com, featuring our amazing influencer, health advocate, and cancer survivor, Jessica Beniquez. You definitely have to check her out on the gram. She goes by the handle at GetFitWJessica. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Caldwell Soames Incorporated, investing globally in transformative businesses like Original Digital Corporation, or ODC. ODC develops advanced consumer and commercial fintech solutions such as OGPay, which will transform the way you manage your money. From sending and receiving money globally for free, paying for goods and services in person and online, pay bills, buy and sell digital currencies, all while earning interest. OGPay is easy to set up, FDIC insured, and your information is secured. Check out ogpay.com.